got a father and we got a daughter system here with Quinn and Clint. So, why did you want to be a goalie, Quinn?
I didn't actually start out as a goalie. I was a player originally, and then you know how you rotate through goalies in house league? This position grew on me, and I loved it ever since.
Awesome. What's this orange thing on your dangler there? What's that from?
It means that you've won a showdown.
You must have won the showdown. Nice. Good job. So Clint, what's it like playing with your daughter out on the ice? How do you love that?
This is like bringing a lot of joy to my life. It's so much fun out here, but I'm sweating for sure.
Who's a better goalie between you two?
I'm going to say her.
I would tend to agree. All right, Clint, you know, since I started the goalie school 35 years ago, it's been a great difference. When I started, there might have been 10 kids that were females per year. Now, tons of them, tons of girls.
Yeah, it's fantastic being at the school, being at the back of the coaching line and just looking at, seeing all the ponytails, all the female goalies there. Now, full disclosure, I have a blended family, 5 teenage girls.
What?
5 teenage girls, so obviously I'm pro women's hockey.
What do your drains look like in the kitchen or in the shower? Like, that's got to be disgusting.
A lot of hair.
How do you decide who gets to use the bathroom?
First come.
So let's get serious. Back to the hockey. What do you notice with the girls now with respect to where they've started, their ability-wise, their skills, tactical approach? What do you notice with the girls now?
Skill level is coming up huge. So there's lots of opportunities for girls to play, and their level's coming up, and now they have a pathway right to the pros, and even that has exploded the last couple of years. We've seen it firsthand. A couple of years ago, we were York Canlan watching Connecticut Whale, Toronto 6 game, and just seating on the one side, and needless to say, there was lots of spots to sit. And then just this past February, we were down for the Battle of on Bay Street, and there were more people in the arena for that game than the Leafs the previous week. So that was amazing to see all the fans there, all the young kids with their signs thanking the women for paving the way, and then they can see their dream literally right in front of them.
I think it's awesome that girls have role models now that are playing at a professional level where they could make a living at it if they want after hockey. It's something that they can try to attain. And between you and me, do you think the top team in the P-Dub would beat the Maple Leafs right now?
Well, they made some upgrades. They took some defense from Dallas, so that might be tricky there.
Definitely better goalies in the P-Dub for sure. All right, thanks for chatting today. We'll talk to you later.
All right.
See ya. It's here, hot off the presses. Goaltending Masterclass printed out. 344 pages back to back. Everything I know about goaltending. It's available now. You can get it online. Link will be in the description. Get it today. This is going to change your goaltending. It's going to transform your game. Plus, you can send me all your video clips, and I will personally look at them for you and give you coaching remotely anywhere on the planet. Get your Goaltending Masterclass today. All right, guys. Today we want to talk about a situation that happens probably a dozen times a game. It's face-off one-timers. Face-offs, one draws, lost draws. A lot of goalies don't play it with the requisite level of alertness. They relax, elbows are on their knees, they might be standing up. And yes, you will see NHL goalies do that, but they have an elite mental threat awareness. They know when things are about to get real and they can get away with it. Don't mimic them. When you're a young kid, I want you to have a razor focus when the puck's being dropped in your zone. Deep stance, razor focus. Assume like they're going to shoot it right off the draw, right at you. Sidney Crosby's already got 12 goals in his NHL career off the face-off. And many of those were shot before the puck even got to the ice. So when the linesman was dropping it, he'd been timing the linesman all game so that he knew when the puck was about to be dropped and bumped like that right at the net. And so when we're getting set for face-offs, I want you to watch and see what the centerman's doing and be very focused on the centerman's face as he comes into the draw, because a lot of times they'll give away if they're going to do something Crazy. Now they'll watch you all game, the centermen, and see if you're lazy. They won't take advantage of it right away. They'll wait till a meaningful part of the game and lull you into a sense that you can stay sleepy times. So let's have you jump in the net. I'm gonna show you a couple things. Now, when the face-off's won cleanly, you want to push out and get to the white ice. And remember that you have to manage your rebounds because people can't tie up like they used to. So we're going to do a couple face-off one-timers, but we're going to talk about a couple things first. So I'm a right-hander, so I have the option on this face-off. If I wanted, I could shoot it straight, I could pull it back, or I might push around that centerman and then bring it to the net. So be very aware of what the centerman's doing. And a perfect example of what I'm talking about is, this is what a typical centerman will do. They'll get their defense right where they want them. They'll do a little curve like this. They'll come in watching the linesman. And right here, if they look up to check on you, you better be dead ready for them to try something jerky off the draw. So watch the centerman. As he goes for his little thing, you'll get his guy right where he wants him. He's going to come in like this and be ready. All right, 3 more. 2 more. All right, last one. And here's what we got for the fellas. If he stops this one, all the goalie coaches and shooters under the age of 45 have to do 10 push-ups. If he gets scored on, all you little smurfettes have to do 10 push-ups, and it will be his fault. No pressure, coach. You got this, you got this. All right, 2 hard laps, let's go. All right, we've had a great week at the hockey school. We brought you guys down from Oshawa. Why don't you introduce yourself? Who is this guy?
I'm Clint Killeen.
I'm Quinn Hogan.
Quinn Hogan, and that's your stepdad, and that's your stepdaughter. And besides your good looks, you guys have something in common. You both are great goaltenders. And how long have you been a goaltender?
Since I was 6.
Since you were 6, wow. And Clint, when did you start playing?
I got a little bit of a late start. I started when I was 8 years old, and so 4 decades later.
Geez, that's my generation. And one thing that was kind of cool about today at the camp, and we'll see some video here later, we did both goalies on the ice today. Stepdad, stepdaughter. And did you win the showdown today?
No, I did not.
And who won the showdown today? The older man. Nice. Now, did you enjoy that, or was that not the way you like things to go?
It was good for him. I mean,
You feel good. He's your stepdad.
reclaimed some confidence.
He needs his confidence. Yeah, his confidence wags. So let's focus on you because, nobody cares about us old guys. We're going to focus on you. When did you decide you wanted to be a goalie?
When I was younger, I played center, and every so often you had to rotate playing goalie because you didn't have an assigned one. And when I played, it grew on me, and ever since I've played goaltender, and I've loved it.
Nice. So as a goaltender, what have been some of the biggest influences for supporting your growth as a goaltender? Like, who's helped coach you all the way through this process?
I've had many different coaches, including my stepdad here, and Carson, Rod Wisco,
Nice.
and Steve from Puck Warriors.
Those are 2 great goalie coaches. Awesome guys. They run great programs. They're outstanding. Now, in your journey, something's changed for a young lady in hockey. Lately now, there's the PWHL, which I watch. I love it. Amazing hockey. And now there's something to attain. If you could play in the PW down the road, What team do you want to play for?
Montreal.
Nice. And why would you choose Montreal?
Because my cousin Kennedy Marchment plays for Montreal.
Marchment. That sounds like a familiar name. So Kennedy Marchment, that's your cousin? Yes. Do you have any other famous relatives?
Yes, I do. His name is Mason Marchment, and he plays for the Dallas Stars.
Mason Marchment, what a heck of a player. Now, has he ever shot on you?
No, he is not.
Could you stop him?
I hope so.
And if you did, would you over-celebrate like I've trained you?
Yes.
Right. Where do you think he would shoot on you as far as your weak spot? Just pucks generally directed at the net, or is it your glove? Because I think you got a great glove and you got a great butterfly. Do you have any weaknesses?
I'm going to say yes, but...
Not going to give away your secrets.
Smart. See, that's a goalie, because there could be some other people watching this that maybe going to play against you this year. And like, oh, I know where to go on Quinn. We're going to shoot blocker side 16 inches. So you've been going through the camp this week, and we've been working on skating, positioning, rebound control, and puck handling. What's your favorite part of goaltending to work on in practice?
Probably rebound control, because it gives me like a competition, like it's fun and it allows me to be active. And
so, you know, your parents support you in hockey. They run around. How many sisters do you have?
5.
Holy cow. I can't even imagine what that sink looks like in the bathroom. There must be a little hair in there, is there? You guys have to fight to get in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Nice. So, Clint, we met several years ago. We're both educators. You're a principal. I'm a retired teacher because all they'll let me do is coach goalies. They won't let me in the classroom because I'm a little edgy. So what do you find similarity between being an educator and also coaching goalies? Because I know you do a great job coaching goalies up in Oshawa. So what's the similarity between the classroom and the rink?
Yeah, honestly, just the sheer love of it. Like, I've been a administrator for the last 10 years or so, and coaching goalies has just ignited my passion for teaching again. To be out there with all the goalies and just have them see their huge smile on their faces and taking feedback and developing and growing is like very satisfying.
One thing I think that I would observe as a fundamental difference is, as a principal, you're kind of limited. So if a kid's acting up at school, you know, maybe he's got to go to stay after school, some of those types of extra homework, whatever, maybe get suspended. With a goalie school, if the kid's acting up, we can just accidentally fire one off their collarbone. Which brings up tomorrow, the hockey school, on Thursdays, we do something called Courage Day. And I've always said that courage doesn't mean you're not afraid. It's just you've mastered your fear and you don't show it outwardly. Now, going into Courage Day tomorrow, do you have any fear of what's going to happen at the goalie school with Courage Day?
No.
Because you're brave. And I found that too, Clint, over my years coaching, that most of the young ladies that play goal, no fear, they'll put themselves in harm's way without a second thought. And even if they do get a stinger, they're a lot tougher than boys. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Now, you mentioned somebody in the P-Dub who's an idol of yours, a relative of yours. What about, she's not a goaltender though, is she?
Mm-mm.
So who's your favorite goaltender on the planet besides Clint?
I have one in the NHL and the PWHL. For NHL, it used to be Carey Price, but he retired. So
Carey Price, I'm not familiar. Is he done? Is he played in the NHL? Yes. For who?
Montreal.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him. No, that's a good role model to have. He is a great model to look at if you look at his old video as far as his movement, control, his poise in the net. And if you could be a goaltender like him, that would be exceptional. So that's your NHL favorite goalie. What about the P-Dub?
I don't remember her name, but she also plays for Montreal. She's the starting goalie.
So we'll look it up and we'll put it on the screen since she can't remember who that is. You should know what your idol's name is. Now, the one, I don't want to get into this too much because I'm very humble and I don't like to bring things up, but you know, you and I played the 3-puck game and your dad got you all pumped up about it, and so how did that go?
You won.
But on the positive note, I noticed you had an orange no rebound sticker, and your dad won one today, so what do you get the orange no rebound sticker for?
You get it for winning a showdown at the end of every practice.
Right, so you have 1 win, he's got 1 win. We got 2 days left in the camp, Thursday and Friday, so if you were to go home with 2 orange no rebound stickers to his 1, what would you say to your mother when you got home?
So I'm better.
Well, that's clear that that's the case. So Clint, let's switch back over to goaltending because we've got a great love of the game and the goaltending position and how it's changed over the years from our generation when we were skate save, kick save, dive and poke check guys. What do you think some of the biggest changes you see in goaltending related to technique as well as the changes related to the growth of the women's game?
As far as technique and wise, just the skating, just the technical aspects of the skating, the down pushes, the butterfly slides, just and the equipment that helps that out. And with regards to the female game, just if specifically goaltending's always been the position that matters most in the team, has the most impact on the game. So it takes a special kind of person to do that. So I think females are right up there. The great opportunities for the PWHL to show their stuff and make a difference in the game.
I'm the hugest fan of the PWHL for one reason. They're finally letting the girls play like they want to play, which is a rough, smart, super talented game. And in the past, they've sort of clamped down on the bumping and the grinding and stuff, but they're letting them go a little bit like that. And I'll tell you what, I've seen some games this past year where those ladies were getting into it. And I wouldn't be surprised to see some of them transition over and maybe have a chance to play in the NHL or just keep excelling in the PW. So how do you see your path to get to your final destination? What's that path look like for you?
I'm definitely going to keep going to camps and getting better and keep focusing on my skating and improving day by day.
That's a great answer. And your media training is very well displayed here because we were doing that a little bit at the hockey school, and a lot of people don't know how to deal with the media and say the right thing. And I've had a history of saying the wrong thing at the wrong time myself. So hopefully my mistakes have helped train some people to say the right thing. So Clint, how can people get a hold of you up in the Oshawa area if they want to get some lessons or some training with you? And what's the name of the goalie school that you run up there?
It's Crease Keeper, both with a K for Crease Keeper. And yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Crease Keeper.
Nice. And I also want to thank you, Clint, because your stepdad did something amazing for me. I wrote the Goaltending Masterclass, and it's printed out. I see it now. It's about this thick, and that's a big document, double-sided, 433 pages, and he proofread it for me. Took him hundreds of hours, so I want to thank you a ton for that, and really look forward to getting out, finishing off this week. And I would be remiss if I didn't finish off the interview by throwing you under the bus a little bit. Do you know that your dad doesn't know how to drive a stick shift? Or else he could be driving my Ford GT. I took him for a ride in it. I offered to let him drive it. He can't shift. So we're going to work on that. We fixed your 5-hole this week, Clint, and tomorrow I'm going to teach you how to drive that little car right there.
Love it.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate the interview. Awesome. Great job.